Hello!
Hi!
Don't say hi guys, remember that? No hi guys. So, a quick review of our trip. Did this grumpy old man like Disney?
Wow, our journey to Orlando was with Virgin.
Yeah.
On the plane, obviously.
On the plane? Yeah, we went by plane.
We went by plane.
That was a good start. We stayed at the Sofitel in Gatwick overnight, which was fine. Service was a bit ropey, you know, but the hotel was okay, and it's right next door to the terminal, and we had the meet and greet parking. We'll get back to that later.
Ooh.
We walked over to the terminal, and we saw the check-in was open, the twilight check-in, so we did that instead, but we hadn't prepared for it, so we had no overnight stuff.
So Marcus had a bit of a paddy and basically was panicking. Am I going to be able to do a twilight check-in? I haven't got this, I haven't got that. And it was really easy to do. If you haven't got your small travel toiletries for your overnight stay, because everything has to go in your suitcase the night before, then you can just buy it there in Boots. So it was quite straightforward and easy, and there was no queue at the twilight check-in.
Yeah, that's good.
Which would be totally different in the morning, because they said the plane was very busy and we would have probably had to queue for a long time. So very good tip is try twilight check-in if you're flying with Virgin.
Anyway, the next day was fine. Went to the number 1 lounge.
Yeah, number 1 lounge is really good.
Yeah, it was
relaxing in style. Have a bit of a glass of wine.
But then, as I went to the plane, I saw the cowling on one of the engines was up. I didn't say anything to Mel because she's a nervous flyer.
What's a cowling?
It's the covers of the engine. Anyway, they got us on the plane. We backed out about 20 yards. Oops, fault again. So they took us to the other side of the Gatwick airport in the sun, and we were there for nearly 2.5 hours on the tarmac. There was no air conditioning, just blowing air, which wasn't good. And they gave us a fab lolly, so that was okay. We got over it then. But the woman behind us was freaking out. She was having sort of a panic attack. And
as I'm a bit of a nervous flyer, it didn't help me. But luckily, I was okay. But it wasn't the most.
It wasn't the best start
to a flight I've ever had. In fact, it was the worst start to a flight I've ever had.
Yeah, it wasn't a good. I was concerned about looking at the state of this engine, whether we were going to go anywhere at all that day. But all sorted. The route over, because of the tailwind, or there wasn't enough jet stream, whatever, coming the other way, it was an hour shorter. So even though we were 2.5 hours late, we were just over an hour late in arrival. So it wasn't too bad. Anyway, we're at the airport, sorted, to the hotel, and we used Uber. We'll get onto those as well later. We used Uber to get to the hotel. Holiday in Disney Springs, really good location near Disney Springs, walking distance. And we walked in that night. We went to Raglan Road.
We did, Raglan Road.
Yeah, sat outside. There was a bloke, like a little mini Ed Sheeran bloke, playing a guitar.
And Raglan Road is really good. We've never been there before, even though we've been to Florida 5 times.
Yeah.
It's an Irish pub, and they have Irish dancers inside, but there was no space inside. We sat outside, and they had somebody playing the guitar and singing, and it was really good. And the food I thought was very, very good indeed, really, for where we were.
Yeah. So
it wasn't particularly expensive, wasn't cheap, but it was good.
Day two was Epcot. On this trip, we used Uber all the time, and that proved pretty good. The only thing with Uber, even though it says on your phone where you are, pick up location, they never seem to know where you are exactly, even though it says, is this your exact location? So I didn't know what's going on there.
I was wondering if it was because you were moving around.
No, but it says, are you at this location? Confirm. So yes.
Okay. Can I say something as well before we go on to day 2?
What?
You haven't really covered the whole day in Disney Springs much, because I thought it was really good for the price. We paid about £125 per night, but that included breakfast for 2 of us. But the breakfast was amazing. It was really good. Lots of fresh fruit.
Breakfast. And a Mickey waffle.
Almost made to order. And
have a look. Video day 1 on our thing. Anyway, day 2. Uber again. Went to Epcot. Went on test track. That was cool.
We had going too fast.
I know, we got all this to get through. We can't be there all day. We could get bored. I'm getting bored. I'm doing it.
Shut up then.
Anyway, dates. Anyway, the first
We
one.
did the most wonderful ride in Epcot. Donald Duck.
Yeah, the Donald Duck, Mexican Donald Duck thing. That was pretty cool. And
It was one of the
and
worst
also,
things I've ever done.
No, I enjoyed it.
Oh, and
The
Figment was the worst.
What's that all about? That was 10 minutes of my life I can't get back.
Figment was really not a good experience.
So we did enjoy it. We just missed the rain. Had a thunderstorm.
And the highlights of my Epcot experience, I thought Test Track was really good.
Single rider, if you got all the people in your party. Anyway, where did we eat that night? It was Miller's Ale House. Usual sports bar with TV screens showing every sport imaginable around the bars and the usual. It's okay. It's cheap.
It was cheap.
It's okay.
It was decent. The nachos were huge.
Yeah.
And Jake's Burger was a bit dry, but it was a good value for where you are.
Yeah, it's good value considering Disney Springs is really expensive. So if you've got a lot of you on a budget, go there.
I think it was about $50.
Compared to what you get in the UK, it was miles better.
It was about $50 for 3 of us. So that was quite good.
Yeah. Anyway, day 3 was going to be a quieter day. We did an escape room and we got out.
Yeah, Escapeology on International Drive.
Yeah.
It was really good.
We got out.
We did like a Wild West theme one.
Yeah. Then we went to Disney Springs and did the bowling in Splitsville. And we had nachos and they were like piled up.
They were huge.
Huge.
There was an appetizer. So,
we
top tip. If you go to the US, especially around Orlando, if you're going to have an appetizer, always share because they're massive. Unless you go into a really posh restaurant.
And we stayed in the hotel that night, didn't we? Because we were so stuffed. We didn't go out for dinner.
We really liked Splitsville though.
Yeah.
I thought Splitsville was really good.
Yeah.
It wasn't particularly cheap. I think it's about $50 for 3 of us for bowling. We get about
1.5 hours
for that.
Yeah.
And of course, Marcus won.
Day 4. Animal Kingdom and the new Pandora World. So you had to get up early to get to the park before it opened. It said opened at 8. They actually let people in about 7:30.
Mm-hmm. 7:15.
We got there was a massive queue, but it wasn't as bad as it looked because the ride wasn't open, so the queue wasn't going anywhere. So we queued up.
It was a hot day, but it wasn't so bad.
It was 8 o'clock in the morning.
Bit of shade on the outside area of the queue. But the theming is amazing.
Yeah.
Just looking at all the plants. It's very noisy.
Yeah.
I was really struck by how noisy it is because of all the animals and the plants, in the theme of Pandora Avatar. But then you go into a cave area, that was air conditioned. It was a bit cramped in there, but then we went into another area and it was really cool. Then we got on to it was about an hour and a half.
It wasn't that bad a wait, to be honest.
No.
Because it was new when we were looking around, and the worst part is when you first go into that cave system. That's a bit dull and warm, but the garden part, the outside part, the mountains, even when you get inside the base with all the animatronics, that was good. But the sort of the creature, the man in the avatar,
in the
tank.
Bit like Damon Hirst and the pickled cow. He was moving and really good. What did you think of the ride, Marcus?
It was a screen-based ride, a bit like Soaring with knobs on. But I'm not a big fan of those, but Jake and Mel really loved it. I thought it was quite really good. I always get a bit queasy on them because I'm a bit weird like that way. But it was good.
Just a bit weird?
Yeah.
I thought the ride was very good. And it was quite an uplifting ride, I thought. I know Marcus thinks I'm a bit strange this. And I can see why some people found it quite emotional. I didn't find it emotional. But it's very... it's like Soaring with knobs on, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best ride.
What else did we go on after that? Me and Jake went on Expedition Everest. That was good.
I'm glad I didn't go on it because
I
I forgot
how, even though it's like it's not a harness one, a mainstream. When you're going backwards in the dark, it's still quite spooky. Anyway, then went on Dinosaur, which is really
loud
and dark. it just shakes you around. Nothing happens in it. It's just...
Jake doesn't like that ride.
Yeah.
I made him go on it, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And he came off, he said he was that bad. I mean, he was 20.
Yeah.
But I thought it was okay. I thought it was better than I remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. That night we went to the House of Blues in Disney Springs for dinner. We got there. We had a booking, but we still had to wait, which I wasn't fussed about. But when
really hot
we actually got in, the service was better inside than the greeting and the waiting outside.
And I thought the food was really good.
Yeah, so we had a really good server, and the food was actually good.
Did you have some cocktails there?
Yeah, no, I had sangria, a jug of sangria.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, we had a sangria, that's it.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was definitely worth it.
Day 5, Disney Springs again. We had spent the morning in the pool. Then Jake went to the cinema. The cinema we could have a meal.
The dining experience, the AMC cinema.
So we went shopping in Disney Springs and went to the Coke shop. On the roof they've got an open terrace, and it's a bit like the Coke Club Cool in Epcot, but you have to pay for it, and there's more choices, you get more of it.
So it's basically you're tasting Cokes from all around the world.
Yeah.
Coke-based products, not just Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Basically, there's two... How many were there? There was 16?
Yeah.
So, 2 you can drink, and the rest are...
Weird.
Horrible.
There's a nice watermelon one.
Yeah, that's what... It basically... One was like a mouthwash. It was like Listerine. It was...
I can't remember exactly how much it was.
I can't remember, but
it wasn't cheap.
You can try it, but don't get share it between 2 or 3 of you.
Yeah, it's a thing you do for an experience, really.
And after that, we went trying on ears.
Trying on ears in
and
the
we tried
shop,
the Blaze
Disney
Pizza
shop.
place. Yeah, and it's one of the cheaper places in Disney Springs.
What I didn't like about it, we got in, and they're telling you how it works straight away. Well, you haven't literally got.
You've never been there before. What's going on?
To read.
Yeah.
To read the things and think about what pizza you want.
The service is too. They're asking
It's counter service, so it's not. They don't come to your table, but it's too quick.
You've never been there. How does this work? What have you got?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, the food was actually okay.
And the pizza was only about $10, $9.
Yeah,
99 I think ours was.
For Disney Springs, it was quite reasonable.
And you could share the pizza. It was big enough for 2.
That night we went to what's it called?
Sana or Sanar.
Sanar, as we were corrected. Yeah.
Sanar at Animal
It's
Kingdom
like
Lodge.
an Indian stroke African restaurant.
We got there by Uber, but we didn't realise how massive Animal Kingdom Lodge is.
Yeah.
It's in 2 separate buildings.
We went to the wrong building.
So we went to the wrong building.
It's like a hotel part and
the Disney Vacation Club area.
Yeah.
Kidani.
So we're at Kidani Village.
Anyway, I had butter chicken. You can't really go wrong with that.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. And the breads and the chutneys is what they're known for. That comes out first if you order that, and it's big enough to share 3 or 4 people. And it was lovely. I really liked the place. So thumbs up for me for Sana. Sana.
We'll stop it for a minute. So, did this grumpy old man like Disney?